eventually, we had a lecture at the planetarium here in Vancouver by one of the Hubble poobahs, the chief Hubble designers, engineers.
That must have been a great opportunity.
It was a great opportunity, and what was interesting is when we showed him the spherical shapes on video clips, on video stills, he was comfortable, which meant, he could throw the ice crystal theory, because it was a very small sample at that point. It was only the first time I'd ever done it.
At that point, he confirmed that what you were showing him were ice crystals, or?
No, he just thought that was basically...
he accepted that it was a phenomena of some sort.
He just, well, they're comfortable at NASA because James Oberg, who's the NASA debunker, in my estimation, had basically briefed them all that don't worry about all this stuff you see, because that's just all kinds of stuff you don't understand about ice crystals. So he didn't have any, it was the Hubble fellow at the planetarium after the lecture with the head of the planetarium. He sat there comfortable, but when the still frames of this second phenomena were shown to him, he stormed out of the room.
Did he say anything? Did he give any reason?
He made some huffs and puffs and stormed out of the room. Now, we found, that's very unusual kind of reversal. And we obtained, we meaning an artist friend and I, who's got more guts than me, I guess, in terms of walking through front doors, which we're not supposed to. He picked up the phone after he got the number and phoned this fella. And he got hello, and the second he said who he was, there was back talk, things like, it's that guy, blah, 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 and the phone went down. In other words, communication was cut off.
Not a very good public relations exercise for the...
No, but we found it odd that, these are okay and these aren't. So anyway, that's how it started. So Professor Weinberg, who's a wonderful man, said to me something he'd never said to anybody before. He actually sat down, sort of rolled his hands through his head and whatever hair he had, and said, I believe there are things out there, and it's just a matter of an et cetera, et cetera. Well, my friend, my partner, could not believe. He knows this gentleman that's worked through the Canadian Space Agency with him. This Professor Weinberg studies the effects of space travel on the brain.
Right.
And shapes, and whether they, why they come home depressed. Elizabeth Bondar, our famous first woman in space, it isn't generally known in Canada, but she was depressed, massive depression for the first 2 weeks after she landed. And so they really had to study what's going on. Sure. And they found that they were missing, that there was the familiar shapes that we see every day not in the space program. And that's what these people were doing, working with the Canadian Space Agency to suggest putting shapes in parts of the shuttle or redesigning things to familiarity for your subconscious.
Right.
It says they talk to orca whales up there, and they photograph the brain and put pictures in front of you, and then colors flash and they photograph it. It's the only place at the university you can get a parking spot because no one knows it's there. I didn't know, and I went there. So, and he told me things. He said, get another flight, duplicate the phenomena that you've got, duplicate what you did, try to get the 2 different colors, try to get multiple ones in a shot, because the STS-61, I was quite naive, especially of this second thing. And so I remembered that, and I recorded the next shuttle, and I knew what I was looking for, and I found it.
You mentioned something to me earlier about the lighting conditions and the fact that you felt they were self-illuminating.
Well, I needed, yes, at first I actually thought, I was my own worst skeptic. I've learned that in television. You don't present anything unless you're totally researched and sure. But I began to discover that that these were appearing in dark when the camera, when the sun went down, when the sun came up, when there was refraction, when there wasn't refraction. I found them under every lighting condition, and my only conclusion from looking at the video and continually looking at it is obviously they're self-illuminating.
Did they change at all under those different lighting conditions when apertures change, or the sun goes down, or the craft's in a different position? Do they appear to be any different?
No, in fact they appear to differ just from every time you capture them. Sometimes you capture them when they seem to have slowed down and you see more of a craft structure. When they're moving very quickly, you'll see this long streak. Right. But the interesting thing is, after after 1,000 of them, and I still photographed them, you lay them side by side and you start to see common things. You start to see markings. You start to see kind of shape. It's not. So
you've almost been able to classify them in a way.
Well, actually, I've been calling them the second phenomena, but the way I see this is everything to date that has been shot by humans from here, from the ground, I call one. That's one. The space phenomena, the spheres, outer space, that's shot from NASA's cameras is two, and I thought it would stop at two. But this phenomena I call number three. There are two space phenomena. And this third phenomena, I don't blame people for not discovering it or anything. I don't think anybody has tried not to discover it.
Well, it sounds to me like you had to go through a lot of work.
I just wonder how many people with my technical television background have tried this. And I don't think a lot of scientists have. I just know that Professor Weinberg was absolutely knocked out of his... He just couldn't believe it. And as I built the sample up, I didn't believe it more. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's reached the point. But I don't want to take anything away from the spherical phenomena. The second phenomena, to me, is absolutely unimpeachable in a preponderant sense. I was quite satisfied with finding two. What phenomena two, the first space phenomena.
Sure.
And I still am. But this third phenomena is so against all of what we expect it to be that it's intrigued me much more. It's no archetype, no...
Martyn, going back a little way, you mentioned being your own worst critic, if you like, or debunker. Have you endeavoured to find video footage or feed from other sources to compare with yours?
Oh, good one. Thank you. Yes. I did everything. I taped through two different cable systems. I taped into direct dishes, and then the most extraordinary discovery of all was I recorded CNN's live feed of a recent shuttle. I think it was STS-86 or 84, one of them, of the docking. And even though I guess a lot of people were looking for the